Well, folks, it is time that you put your kids to beds because we got some of these videos that we're gonna take a look at, okay? The night is still young. Remember that. Lock yourselves in the basement and check this out. Like and share as well. I would absolutely appreciate it. I'm gonna be checking it out. Oh, yeah. What the hell? So we got a smaller one and we got a bigger one too, right?
This video was shot earlier this week, and we're going over with the panel, Brent Cousins, my brother, along with Paula Asteria and Dr. J, looking at the evidence. And right now we're looking at something broad daylight. What are we looking at, Brent?
We got the entire family reunion.
Yeah, this
out
one's
here.
coming in hot. We see something. It looks like a classic disc-like craft, just
Where was the
hovering
shot?
up there in the sky, and then we see this thing to the left, this small little escort, people might just say at the same time. We're looking at something that people see all the time, these kind of craft, but are we looking at something different? Could this be maybe an advertisement banner being pulled by some sort of Cessna? I'm not sure. The clarity of
Okay, that's a good point though. What if that's like a normal plane, right? And this is an advertising. Okay, that's a good point.
this
Fair,
is
fair.
pretty good. We're seeing some detail on just the crispness of what you see on the craft. It's clear.
Okay, like I'm curious to see this one. Like, oh my god, I'm looking. Yeah, let's actually hear this for a little bit, and then we're gonna skip to the next one. Okay.
This definitely, to me, looks like your standard saucer-shaped craft. It's pretty incredible. And, you know, the location being in LA, it kind of brings to mind, for me, the Battle of Los Angeles and the whole incident that happened in LA. I mean, that happened in broad daylight over, you know, hundreds of thousands of people, maybe more. I'm sure Dr. J knows a lot on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool footage.
Yo, where's Dr. J though?
Hey, Dr. J, you're looking at this stuff. You're familiar with Los Angeles. What's your thoughts? Is this some kind of advertisement banner?
I'm glad Brent said that. And honestly, at first, yeah, from a distance, you could say it's that. But I got a chance to see this on a 50-inch screen. I zoomed it in. And at first, I thought it's typical saucer shape. But actually, if you look closer at it, this thing has, corners. It looks more like an elongated
Oh yeah, right. Like it has corners. Oh wow.
pyramid. And if people are familiar with the Dr. Jonathan Reed footage they've seen on Third Phase of Moon, or even the Rendlesham that people described, it looks just like that. And to
Damn.
the left of it, I looked for every telltale sign of an airplane. A little Cessna, a tail, wing. It looks like it's a smaller type of maybe disc-shaped UFO, or maybe a drone that basically parallel to it. Maybe that part.
Yeah. Okay. So even they're not convinced by it, right? Okay. Let's skip to this one. Okay. This one is kind of interesting though.
Shortly of something that was captured over a neighborhood. A backyard security cam captures something that looks like a luminescent
Damn.
light source.
Yeah, looks like an alien just fired a Reagan, guys. This is what I'm saying. Lock yourselves in the basement. The Martians are here.
Just traversing across the neighborhood.
God
It was
damn.
picked up remotely by the camera itself. What I'm looking at is this maybe an airplane streaking across the sky, and the shutter rate is creating this illusion of a streak of light, Brent?
Can it be a meteor? Probably not, right? Like a meteor would be going down diagonally. This was going straight.
Good possibility, yes. People sent this to us. They wanted to analyze, and that's what we're doing. We're looking at this, and we're kind of dissecting what we're looking at. And we're seeing this.
Okay, so the previous shot that we saw, was that a real-time footage or sped up? This is slowed down 100%, but are we looking at a sped up version? Because I want to look at normal speed version too. I hope, I wish there was a way to find out which one is like normal speed.
Kind of beam rod-like image craft move across the skies. You can see it actually go behind the trees and behind some of the chimneys on these homes as well. So it's off in the background. It's not some sort of bug in front of the screen creating this aspect. Again, could it be some sort of shutter speed? Again, capturing an airplane, commercial aircraft or something in the sky?
I think it would be easier to know what it is if we just, we still wouldn't know, but like, what speed are we looking at? This is slow down version, yes, but if we can get like the normal speed version, because even if in the normal speed, we see this thing streaking, then surely it's not a plane, right? Because planes they go fast, but not this fast.
Sky, creating the elongated feel of it. that's a possibility, but people are excited about these photos, so we're sharing it right now in third phase. That's what it's all about.
Okay. Let's skip to the next one. Then we have this one. And we got another one after that, okay. It looks like... Yeah, what if it's just a blimp, though? Looks like a blimp. I mean, it looks like just a rod, kinda. Maybe it's the Undertaker that right there. Maybe it's like Undertaker about to like wake up to go to WrestleMania. I think it's the Undertaker just lying down, guys. You better wake up any minute now. Honestly, it's so hard to say what it is. Genuinely, it can be a blimp.
All right, we got a good close-up right here. This is something that we need to look at. We're seeing something up in the sky. It's, again, these cylindrical cigar-shaped craft that are seen, again, all around the world. Are we looking at the phenomenon, or are we looking at something mundane, maybe a blimp? But if you look at
blimp,
this,
maybe.
as we are all watching right now, this doesn't look like your typical Goodyear blimp. It's just not perfect, symmetrical. It almost has this kind of organic feel to it. It's just, it doesn't feel right as your typical craft would be up in the sky. It's just
true,
out of place.
True. I agree. It just
to me,
it sticks out like a sore thumb. It has the shape of a blimp, but not 100%. You just cannot make of it. I guess it's a real UFO, and when I say real UFO, it's an unidentified object. We just don't know what it is, right?
Because it looks like, the standard Tic Tac cigar-shaped craft that everyone sees, and I think it's really interesting when you look at these. Usually, like, they kind of have a metallic-y look around them, so that the sun will be sort of shining off them, and you can see the clouds reflected in them, and that's why it's like a lot of
Alien said that. No sunlight. We're gonna be going in sunglasses mode.
times, I think, hard for people to see. It's fantastic footage. So, what are your thoughts on this one, Dr. J?
I mean, fantastic footage. We cannot even make of it what it is, bro. Like, we don't even know. But Dr. J.
I'm glad you mentioned the cigar-shaped Impala. I couldn't agree with you more. It's definitely not a blimp. This thing is too small. It's too wide. And I looked very, very, very closely to see, is there a plane carrying a sign? Because if I did see a plane, it could be argued that it's one of those signs in the sky. Now, is this a cigar shaped, or because of our vantage point, is it possibly a triangle or a rectangle or a square? I think any of those could be argued from.
Yeah, like, we just cannot even tell what it is. It technically can be a triangle shaped craft. Technically, it'd be Joe Mama. Technically, it can be the Undertaker. It can be the Voldemort. It might be somebody's just chicken nuggets just flying there. Maybe it's an Amazon delivery driver. We do not know what it is, but let's see this one.
Well, some kind of illuminated object underneath the surface of the ocean. Is this some kind of USO, or are we looking at something organic? This is kind of crazy stuff, Brent. Where'd you find this?
It's underwater.
Yeah, there's some history on this. It's a cruise ship out in Venezuela, and apparently there's a bunch of people that spotted something right off deck, and it's pretty interesting. We're seeing this plasmic, maybe organic, lifelike creature, sea creature underneath the surface of the water.
Damn.
Well, that's the big question we're all asking right now. It almost
I would say, like, this is by far the best clip in the video, because this one is intriguing, right? Because you normally don't see shit like that appear on the ocean like that, or on the sea like that.
Reminds me of
on top, especially the movie, like right here.
The Abyss. We've seen these bioluminescent creatures that live deep beneath the sea. Do we see these on the surface? That's a big question.
Abyss definitely comes to mind when I look at this, and there's so much at the bottom of the ocean. I mean, I think they say that there's
so much
unexplored parts of the ocean that it's really incredible, because we haven't even we're already out exploring outer space, and there's so much at the bottom of the ocean that we don't even know about, and it could be
I feel like that's just ridiculously hard to explore the ocean, because the deeper you go, and you probably heard that submarine imploding story, right? The deeper you go, the more weight you're gonna have on top in terms of like all the water on top. It just becomes like very, very hard to explore. But the point is true though. Like, they should explore the ocean more than the space. I mean, they should do both, actually. But what are we thinking, guys? Click on this video on the screen, because recently we had a UFO crash in Brazil. Click on it, and I'll see you right there. It's a very, very good video.